Hi, my name is Bart Van Royen, and I am the Catholic Bishop of the Diocese of Corner Brook and Labrador. Thank you for joining us today as we once again look at our faith story. Now, you may remember from my past reflections that I wanted you to look at your own faith story, however long or short it might be. It doesn't matter. And that it's important for us to keep looking at it from time to time because it has a habit of changing. Our perspective on our life changes over time. And then last week I suggested that you begin reading the Bible, certain books in the Bible, because in a sense it is the faith story of a people. And we are part of that people as Christians. That this is our faith story, not in a short period of time, but over history, over a long stretch of time, how the people came to know the Lord, how they came to know their God, and how they came to relate to Him. Now, when you're doing this, and as you are reading stories from the Bible, very quickly you'll realize that, the story doesn't always make sense. It's complicated. Sometimes you're in the middle of it and you wonder, well, where is God in all this? You almost start to doubt and you want to kind of give up because it's not making sense. It's not clear. You're not able to see in the midst of the fray, in the midst of everything that's going on. And that's actually normal. It's normal that our story is a bit of a struggle, that we struggle with faith, that we struggle with our God because we don't always see Him and we don't always see it His way. We like to have it our way. And often in the Bible, the stories are stories of struggle, especially in the Old Testament. When you read the book of Genesis, you have the struggle of Abraham who longs for a child and yet is not able to have a child. You have the struggle of a people who are longing to be free from the Egyptians. There's always a struggle that takes place. I almost dare you to find a story that doesn't have a struggle. That actually is why many of these stories are selected, because it is the universal struggle that we have in our relationship with God. There's one story in particular that I want to point you to that reflects this probably the best, and that's Genesis chapter 32, starting on verse 22. It's the story of how Jacob wrestles with an angel, literally wrestling with God Himself, a messenger of God. And we have Jacob returning now to the country of Abraham. He has been away, running away from his brother, whom he has cheated from his inheritance. And now he's on the cusp of re-entry in meeting his brother. And as he spends the night alone, as he sent his party ahead, his family ahead, he's met with this man who struggles with him. And indeed, the wrestling match lasts almost a whole night. And at one point, the stranger with whom he wrestles asks him to let him go, and Jacob says, "No, I won't let you go unless you bless me." And here we see, our struggle, and so he is blessed by God, and he is given a new name. His name becomes Israel. That's where we get Israel from. Jacob becomes Israel. He becomes the father of 12 sons who are the 12 tribes of this great nation. And it is in this struggle that he comes to know his God. And the angel blesses him and says, you have wrestled with God and you have prevailed. That is really what the faith journey is about, is to wrestle, to struggle with that which is presented before us, to wrestle sometimes with God Himself, meaning that, we wrestle to come to know Him and to prevail in the end, to prevail after the struggle, to not give up, but to indeed come to see Him for who He truly is. I hope that's helpful, and I hope you join me next week.